We are Si and Sophie. This is Coastal News, a home and away podcast, your weekly episode companion podcast for your favourite Aussie soap.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Coastal News Home and Away podcast. First look, this is your Sunday night gaze into the future as we find out what's going on in the old crystal ball episode synopsis of the week ahead. If you haven't already done so, you can catch our main podcast episode that drops every Saturday from 6 a.m. So it's the one before this one. Go back and check it out. We give you the lowdown on our thoughts on all of last week's drama, plus read out listener emails and social media comments as we react to what is at the moment a show that, in my eyes, is firing on all cylinders. And many people were saying the same yesterday. So really good listen. Make sure you get that, and then come back here and just give it a little sprinkle of what's going to happen in the week coming up. How are you, Sophie? Are you okay?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm all right, thank you. Looking forward to a bit of Garyness.
I'm so excited. I really want to see Gary. I just want to squeeze him. And just like, I don't know. There's something about do you know what cute aggression is? Have you ever heard that expression?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
You know, when you see like a really cute puppy and you're just like, I just want to squeeze it so hard.
You grit your teeth and you're like, ah.
Yeah, and it's like you can't squeeze a puppy like that because obviously you hurt it, so you don't do it. But you have this like compulsion to squeeze the thing that's really cute, and I get that with Gary. Like when I see Gary, I'm like, I just want to squeeze him until he pops. You know, I can't wait to see him. I'm so excited, and also, this might be completely delulu, but I think because we tweet about him, all of us on the hashtag on the Home and Away hashtag on Twitter, our little gang of people on there, we all have actively said how much we love Gary. I think probably delulu, but people have noticed that and they've gone, Gary's the hit, bring him back, because there's not many guest characters that come back time and time again, and Gary keeps coming back. Even if it's for a short stint or whatever, but he keeps coming back, and I think it's because we've been so vocal about the fact that we love him.
That's true. Do you know what? As well, I would argue it helps Gary's cause as well, because if he was in the Bay permanently, he'd be ruined by all the stuff that would have to happen to him.
Oh no! He'd be hanging off the edge of a cliff by the end of November.
It reminds me of it's that kind of character. It's like Dean's mum. You know, who stays on the peripheral. They recur when the story needs it, but it's the same actor. It's often enough for it to be a big part of the story, but not too often that they get ruined. You know, I don't want to see Gary kidnapped in a yogurt factory. You know what I mean? I want to see him come back to the Bay and be the knight in shining armor that he is. And save everybody. Absolutely. I quite like it. And I think that some of the best characters on Home and Away end up being like that. It's strange, isn't it? Not Martha though. Not Martha. Not Martha. Well, no, Martha's not. Not Marimbula Martha. No. She's not in that category. I don't think she's not around, is she? No. She's almost gone into Madge Wilkins category. Silent character, you know. Yeah, she has. Again, maybe it's because we don't like her. You know, do we have the influence? I don't know. We'll see. Monday, then the 17th of March, 2025, at your 6 a.m. drop. And by the way, we must remind listeners, we've adjusted our drops as well, haven't we? So your Home and Away drops at 6 every morning, and then on Saturday your pod drops at 6 as well. It's almost like it's meant if anybody gets up. Who gets up at 6 on a Saturday morning? Who? Not even you, surely. Not even morning Si. No, not even morning Si gets up at 6 on a Saturday. But your pod app might auto download it, ready for when you rise. You know, I do love a coffee on a Saturday with my pod already downloaded. Yeah, true. Well, yes. So yes, we'll be with you from 6 every Saturday, unless like the sky caves in or something. So what episode number are we on Monday? 6 or 6:30 on Firestar.
I'm confident. I'm confident that I know this.
When
only
are you
because
not confident?
only because unfortunately I had to watch like 4 episodes in a row to catch up because I've been gallivanting this week. And you helpfully pointed out the fact that the episode numbers are now on the 5 app.
Yeah.
So I
they're
did notice it. And I did
Mhm.
notice that the episode that I last watched was an interesting number. It was 8411. So I think the next one is 8412. Hopefully.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you, 5 Stream app.
Helpful. Cheating.
No
Hashtag
peril here,
cheating.
season 25. Yeah.
Sorry.
It says Rose is overruled.
Oh, by Townsend?
Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it?
Bit
Can
late.
only well, she's off the case already.
Yeah,
I can
but
only
she's
assume.
done a wiretap thing, hasn't she? A wire
I
recording
know.
thing last
I
week.
don't think she's done that. I don't think she's done that when she shouldn't have. She should start again. Sorry, she shouldn't have done that. I don't think she's done it legitimately, has she?
She should have got a warrant. She said she had to have a warrant to be able to do it. So it should have got cleared by whoever.
Yeah. That's one of the raise my suspicions more. I can tell you that for sure. Will Marley and Abby come clean to Levi?
Oh.
We're already having to face that, are we? A week in.
How's he found out? That's interesting, isn't it? Because Mac was like, "Oh, I don't know, I don't like lying to him, but I'll do it."
I wonder if Mac's given him a bit of an ultimatum here.
True. And then Rose knows. So
Rose knows, yeah.
The secret's going to get out, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's true. Very true, actually. It's the worst kept secret, isn't there? And there's been some bad ones. Yeah, I think they need to get ahead of it before it gets before tongues get a wagging, don't they?
Before he hears it from like someone in the diner. Yeah. Pops in from Musaka and then they're like, "Oh, Marley's boning your sister." What?
Yeah. And then that'll put you off your Musaka, won't it?
It would. Yeah. Yeah.
Alf is in his element.
I'm not going to be able to cope with this because it's so cute. Is he putting hats on? Is he
I
trying
don't know,
hats on?
but he's got a MacBook Pro and a contactless POS.
POS. I love it. Oh, I love this. Oh, this is making me happy because it means we're back at the bait shop and the new set we're going to get used. We're going to see it.
And we were gushing over that yesterday.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, same. Tani finds a way to show his commitment to Harper.
Oh no. Oh, we're not doing a proposal, are we?
Oh God.
You know what?
Surely
Recently, I
not.
said my fear was the old-fashioned trope, like I knocked her up, I have to marry her. If I said it out loud and it's going to happen, because that is my genuine fear that this is where we're going with this.
Sophie, he's only just said he'll move in to look after her.
Oh, maybe it's that. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's the moving in thing. Yeah,
but we've already said that commitment. Do you commit to moving in? He's promising her something, isn't he? He's promising her.
I feel sick.
The word commitment.
That's giving fear. you know I have commitment problems anyway. But yeah.
But now I'm thinking, oh well, this just. Do you know what? Talk about Felicity's legacy for a minute. Like, what legacy? If this is going to happen so fast.
I know. It's shit. It's shit.
It sort of pisses on that a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
If that's what that is. Well, do you know what? Oh, God, I've just read the next line.
Oh, no. Is it engagement party or something?
But it does say Harper has an answer for Tani.
Oh, so it's a question. And what's the question? Oh, I'm not. Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna spend the weekend trying to get over this.
And then
Or at
endure
least-
it next week.
At least Sunday night, anyway.
Why are they
getting over this.
putting us through this?
I feel like they're taking the piss. Trolling us.
You'll tighten the piece.
Taking the piss. It comes to something. Oh, yeah.
Hopefully not. Hopefully Tane's become a modern man over the weekend, and his
I doubt
way of
it.
showing commitment is something else. You know,
Mm,
maybe
like
he
what?
teaches her Taya or something. I don't know. Don't know. And then she waits a whole episode to say, yes, I'll do that. I'll give you an answer. I don't know. Remy returns with big plans.
Returns from where? Where's he been? Where's he been? Have I lost something?
Because did he go to this? No, Eden went to the city, didn't she? Where's he been?
I don't remember Eden going to. Eden's at the Abbey Creek Hospital, Northern Districts
Yeah,
Hospital. Sorry.
but she had before she went there, she had a big row with Remy, didn't she? Saying, Lara, get out of here. And then Bree took her out. It said, let's go for a bit. But not Remy. Remy stayed at home.
I don't know then. That's weird.
Big plans. He's thinking arena tours, isn't he? And all sorts. He's thinking the O2 sellout.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Day after Alanis Morissette. Yeah. Yeah.
He's thinking, supporting Taylor Swift on her Australian leg.
Yeah, maybe. Playing the Sydney Opera House. There we go. Yeah.
Made me do. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Marley makes a big move for Abigail.
Ooh. I don't want to see that. Nah.
Big is subjective.
Yeah, I was going to say, not from what we've discussed.
Goldie Cox here. Yeah.
Spaghetti.
She's looking for one just right.
Goldie Cox. Yeah.
That was a private conversation.
I'm sorry. What goes on WhatsApp might end up on the pod.
Or in the newspaper. Kirby receives support in her fight.
Oh.
You were asking, weren't you, on the pod yesterday, whether I thought this would go on, this story. Yeah. This suggests some sort of empowerment comeback, doesn't it?
Do you think they're going out because they kind of dropped the ad the ad agency was the problem, wasn't it? So they hired this agency to take the pictures, to promote the business, etc. They doctored the pictures, and then they were like, no, that we want the originals. And the agency was like, you've got to pay for that. Like, we've done what the audience wants, what we think market research wise people are looking for. If you want the opposite of that, you have to pay. So maybe, and quite rightly, I said to you, didn't I? I was like, that's absolute bullshit. Like, they've paid for a service and they've not, you're supposed to give them the brief and say, this is what we want. We wanted like normal non-models, people that look like surfers. That's the whole reason for the campaign. Why Marley and Kirby did it in the first place, and not like generic models. Maybe they decided that they, because they've wasted money on this, haven't they? Basically.
Yeah, maybe to fight it.
Do
you think it is a monetary sort of suing type fight, or do you think it's like a moral, like picket lines? Change the industry, change the world, one picture at a time type fight?
It could be that, because I think what I said to you was, if I was her, and I said it was premature at the time, but when she's got her head around it and she's in a better headspace, which she might be now, I said use the band kind of notoriety or the fact that they've got a following, use that as a kind of platform to say, I'm Kirby. I'm not just in lyric. I'm also a surf instructor, and this is what's happened to me recently. And make a kind of show of the agency and fight back on social media. And I said she wasn't ready for that a couple of weeks ago because she was going through, all that turmoil over it. But maybe now that she's had a bit of a confidence boost from Theo and she's got a job back, maybe she's ready to go, actually, this happened to me recently and it's pretty shit. I'm going to tell people about it.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. I'm quite. I like the fact that this storyline hasn't gone away because I don't think it's resolved. I don't think it's resolved.
No, far from it. And I'm like, I'm glad as well. And I think Kirby's a great character to champion that on the show. Actually, I think this is a really, really good decision. And I'm really intrigued to see it. This is a really good positive story.
Yeah.
Even though it comes from something quite negative.
But
it's
then
an eye opener, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
It's one of those moments where it's like, this is something we don't really think about. It just happens and we all get on with things. It's like the elephant in the room, isn't it? But it's something we're all affected by. The effect that this sort of this industry, this beauty industry has, this modeling industry has on us all. We don't think about it consciously, but we've all got Instagram. We're all looking at unrealistic ideologies or ideals of what we all should look like. And society has these rules that tells us this is admired and this isn't, and none of us fit in anything. Really.
No.
And I think it's an important story.
It's not a standard that you can actually meet, is it? That's the problem.
Yeah.
So when I see adverts on Instagram or wherever, it's like, and luckily I'm old enough now to realise that it's photoshopped and it's this and that and the other. But when I was 15, if Instagram had been around then, I'd have been like, I don't look like that, and I can't look like that. I don't know how to look like that, and it would have affected me differently to how it does now. Now I go, oh yeah, that's been photoshopped, and they've got a filter on, and you can kind of talk yourself around and go, like, I'm not a model, but I'm not awful. I'm not the worst thing that's ever lived. But also I know that when I see something on Instagram that I think, oh, I don't look like that, but I'm like, but probably she doesn't either, because she's got a filter on and she's been airbrushed and she's been modified, and you kind of talk yourself around, don't you? So it's important, like you say, subconsciously you go, oh god, I look awful compared to that, but then you've got that bit in your brain that says, yeah, but they don't really look like that either. So
that's it. And I'm going to look at this, I'm going to watch this from a male perspective. I'm going to watch this thinking, if that is the fight that this is referring to, I'm going to be like, what can I get from this? Because I think, especially in sort of recent times, it never used to be a thing as much as it was with girls. But like the male body image these days, and the social media and the models and the sort of the standard that men try and hold themselves up to nowadays is just off the charts. Like, it's all about the gym. It's about the tiny waist, the big abs, the six pack, the legs, like, and it seems wherever I look, that's what men are trying to aim for. And nobody looks like that, or not many anyway.
No, you don't go to Asda and see those. I mean, not in my Asda, not in my local Asda. But you don't see those kind of guys in Asda. Do you know what I mean? You see them on social media, but not day to day. It's not the norm. It's just that's because we're all working from home now as well, post COVID. We're socializing less in public, and we're seeing more people online than in real life. Even people we know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see my colleagues in person very often, but I see them online more often than I do, and they portray a lifestyle that's not necessarily a real one. You know what I mean? Like, we all do, don't
exactly.
we don't put pictures on social media of us having a bad day.
No, you put your best ones on, don't
you? Put your best ones on.
Yeah.
And then for somebody that's even more elevated in terms of appearance, they're going to put even a better day on than our best day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we're in a place nowadays with technology so at your fingertips to airbrush, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
It doesn't need a multi-ad agency.
No.
You know, it doesn't need a professional to doctor an image. And I think this is the sort of society we're in now. And the effects that has on us. I mean, in my opinion, Kirby in this character has only just scratched the surface on those effects, to be honest.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, I think it's a proper epidemic, you know, this mental
and it's really modern. Like this is a modern problem, which I'm quite pleased if we are going down this route. I'm glad that Home and Away's picked this up, you know, because it's something that teenagers are going through right now.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's safe to say then, based on our discussion, that we are, you know, waiting for this to kick off with anticipation.
Yeah.
Gary and Rose discover the truth.
Good. Oh.
So Gary's obviously it's the whole Nerida thing.
Because Gary's actually a good cop and he knows how to investigate. So if he's on the case. I'm excited. Yep. I'm genuinely excited about this. Okay.
And did you see the promo on Friday?
I did.
You know, he was laying into Cash. Yes. And I'm looking forward to those scenes.
What's your plan, boy?
Yeah, you've given up. You mongrel.
But in a nice Gary way, you know, in a supportive dad way. I love it. I'm here for it.
Kirby holds a strategy meeting. She's rounding troops up here. This is what we think it's going to be.
This is cool. I'm quite liking this. Yeah, I'm interested.
Rose gets the big break she's been waiting for.
The Nerida break. I'm hoping.
Yes, hopefully. Or she's playing a game of pool at the surf club.
With Theo, yeah. He just hangs around that pool table all day long waiting for someone to play with him, I'm sure.
Waiting for someone, waiting for a big break. The last line of the week now, okay. Cash and Eden are drawn together.
Now,
I don't know how I feel about that. If it's like
spiritually
drawn together. They've not sort of come across a street artist and he sketched them.
The caricature. Yeah. You know, when you get you've got slightly big ears, so they make your ears massive.
Yeah. Maybe it's that. Or it could be spiritually drawn.
I think it's because didn't she say something this week that I thought was interesting? She said I think it was Bree. Bree was like, "Have you checked in with Cash?" And she was like, "No, because I need to be here." And Bree said, "Was that out of guilt or was that a choice? Like, where do you want to be? Like, would you want to be with Cash or do you want to be here with Tim?" And I think Eden said something like, "If I go and see Cash, I won't be able to leave. And I'm supposed to be here with Tim." And I was like, that's interesting. Like, she feels like she should be with Cash, but she's stopping herself. Yeah. Because she knows the minute. Yeah. And I think I said this to you recently, you know, when they had that awkward goodbye, and I said they didn't even hug or anything. Like, you know, when he was planning to leave the bay forever and disappear into the wilds of Australia and some random police post that he accepted. And I said, if they had hugged, they wouldn't have let go. That would have been it. Oh yeah.
I don't.
It's unresolved. It's unresolved.
It is unresolved, but I don't know how I feel about it because I think Eden has been treated real bad.
She has, but I do think they are meant to be, and they do need to work their way back to each other.
You're going to have to convince me. I'm afraid I'm not there yet.
I need to see. I need this. I need 2025 to end with Eden and Cash reconciling. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Make a note of the date. We'll come back to this episode and find out if you were true.